Here's the deal. It looks like your girl Amandla Stenberg from the Hunger Games has a new role, y'all. Yes, she does. In the Angela Thomas novel that's being made into a film called The Hate U Give. Yeah, she's going to star in it. So, I mean, you know, what do you expect other than big things from somebody who's as talented as Amandla Stenberg? I'm going to read to you what The Hollywood Reporter has to say about it. Now, the name of the article is Hunger Games Actress to Star in Black Lives Matter Ya Novel Adaptation. So The Hollywood Reporter writes, and I quote, film rights for The Hate U Give, a Ya novel inspired by Black Lives Matter, have sold to Fox 2000, Temple Hill, and State Street in a competitive situation. Hunger Games actress Amandla Stenberg will star, and George Tillman Jr. will direct the film adaptation from a script by Audrey Wells. A bidding war erupted after the book began making the rounds last week. There was interest from multiple studios and producers in the timely upcoming book, which is the debut novel of Angela Thomas. The film rights deal comes on the heels of the splashy 13 house auction in February that saw HarperCollins, Balzer, and Bray take the publishing rights. Thomas' story follows a 16-year-old girl named Star who grew up in a poverty-stricken slum. Pause the story right there. A poverty-stricken slum. And this is why I'm a writer. For the record. Now, Amandla Stenberg is biracial, if I'm not mistaken. However, in this shitty society, she would be considered to be a quote-unquote black girl or a quote-unquote person of color. Made up silly terms. Why must black people constantly be presented to the world as somebody who comes from adversity, poverty, screwed up family situations? It's like, look, man, this is exactly why I'm a writer now, guys, because I'm so fucking incredibly tired of seeing a downtrodden so-called person of color. And I'm not saying that I don't personally come from adversity. However, when people see that their whole lives over and over again, the law of attraction creates more of it. And these beasts who come up with this foolishness, I'm not saying this particular person is behind the system that controls things, but a lot of people know this, that are writing these books, making these TV shows, making these movies. They know exactly what they're doing. They're sitting there with an agenda. And the agenda states that when it comes to the TV, when it comes to the radio, when it comes to the books, when it comes to the movies, we're going to put certain images in people's minds over and over again and make them continue to recreate these situations. Then generation after generation, you see it again. It's the law of attraction. What you see is what you get. What you think, as they say, you become what you think about all of the time. I think Earl Nightingale said that back in the day. But anyways, back to the story. Thomas' story follows a 16-year-old girl named Star. That's with 2 R's for the record. Thomas' story follows a 16-year-old girl named Star who grew up in a poverty-stricken slum, but now attends a suburban prep school. Sounds like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Anyways, after she witnesses a police officer shoot her unarmed best friend, she's torn between her 2 different worlds as she tries to speak her truth. Thomas started working on this story in 2011 while studying at Belhaven University. She even sought out her literary agent, Brooks Sherman, via Twitter, asking if a book based on the Black Lives Matter movement would get any traction. The title was based on Tupac Shakur's tattoo, Thug, T.H.U.G. So it's an acronym. Now, I know Thug Life stands for The Hate You Gave Little Infants Fucks Everyone, but I don't know if Thug just stands for The Hate You Gave. I don't know. I think maybe they're talking about Thug Life. I don't know of any thug tattoo he has other than the Thug Life one. I think it's on his stomach. Well, had, because he's deceased now. He's not hiding in Cuba, people. Anyways, Fox 2000 and Marty Bowen and Wick Godfrey's Temple Hill previously released the hit John Green adaptation, The Fault in Our Stars, and have obtained several other books, including Andrea Porter's novel Liberty and Love Letters to the Dead by Alva Delira, however you pronounce her name. Temple Hill was represented by UTA and attorney Ken Richmond. Audrey Wells, who adapted Under the Tuscan Sun, is rep by UTA, David Lahner, and Steve Warren. Stenberg, who played Rue in The Hunger Games and voiced the character in Rio 2, is represented by UTA and Del Shaw. Tillman, who previously helmed The Longest Ride, Notorious, and Barbershop, is rep by CAA. UTA co-represented Angela Thomas with her publishing agent, Brooke Sherman of the Bent Agency. End quote. So there you go. Man, it's bittersweet. I'm happy for her getting even more success. A lot of people love Amandla Stenberg. She's a very outspoken person. She has some very, very important things to say. And, it's just, I'm just so through with these stereotypical roles, I just can't wait to the day where we see more movies where they're positive, uplifting, with brown faces doing important things, as opposed to slavery movies and people from the hood, from poverty-stricken slums and whatnot, Slumdog Zero and whatnot. It's like, come on, people. It's like, how many freaking movies can they make? Actually, I shouldn't even be asking that question, but you know what? I'm gonna make this question positive. How many good movies can we make? Let me go ahead and change the energy on what I was about to say, because I really don't want to know how many projects like this they could put out. But anyways, this is all my opinion. What do I know? I'm just an ignorant blogger and vlogger. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com. Follow me on Twitter @meatmagazine. Shout out to you, Amandla. Congratulations once again. And Meat Magazine.